Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today we're here to do a little tutorial on how to disassemble your TWSBI fountain pens. So these are the Piston fountain pens that I have, and I'm going to show you how to disassemble them. I don't know what happened to my box for this or my box for this one, but the theoretical is the same. You have a box. You get a little piston gel. This is silicone oil. And you have your piston wrench. And your wrench should be able to fit your Eco T, your Diamond 580, and your Mini 580R, and the regular 580. So, okay, so first thing that you need to know is this is your piston knob, and you have to unscrew the piston knob all the way until you can see that there are flat spots. Okay. You take your wrench, and you put the flat spots on that piston wrench. And some people screw this down. I do not. Twist the barrel, not the wrench. So if it doesn't screw one way, twist it the opposite way. Hold your finger over that so it doesn't unscrew. And as soon as you can pull it out, it should all come out in one go. So you should be able to pull this part out. You should be able to take all these parts apart. There, your TWSBI pen is disassembled. In order to put it back together, you have to put the collar back inside of this piston knob. Put this on this and screw it anti-clockwise till you hear it click, and then screw it half a turn in, maybe a little over a half a turn in. Then take your piston, put it inside of the little hole, twist it till it won't come out, and then put that in your pen. Then attach your wrench, holding it on and screwing it the opposite way. until it stops. Remove your wrench. Make sure that you can screw it all the way down until there's only a fingernail left in there. And your piston should go all the way up. Okay, that's how you disassemble your TWSBI fountain pen in order to get the most ink for your money. Same thing goes with your TWSBI Mini. Twist the piston so that it goes all the way down to the bottom. This is a titanium or a metal based system, so the grease is different. You have to get titanium grease. If you don't get titanium grease, you can use silicone grease, but it'll sure run smoother if you can get titanium grease. Mine's just a little goopy because I oversaturate it with silicone grease. that, and then that. So everything should be very well lubricated because you're doing metal on metal. So just be considerate, and you're gonna get grease on your hand. There's no getting around it. So I am going to use goulet grease. And I'm going to use a number 2 flat brush. It's a very tiny brush so that I can lubricate my parts. It should last you about a year if you lubricate your pens often enough. A little bloop on there. A little bit on your little bumps on this piston shaft. Do the piston shaft first. Then you can put a little bit on this part here. There's no threads on here, but it is made of metal and metal on metal, so just a little bit on the inside too. That middle bit inside there, make sure it's running smoothly. Then you're going to take your shaft, put it inside. Twist it just once so it doesn't come out. Put your piston knob on. Twist it twice. Then stick that in. Put your wrench on. Twist it in until it's all the way down. And then you should be able to twist up your knob, and it should go all the way to the top. And you should have about a fingernail inside. Same thing goes with your Diamond 580. Twist your piston all the way down. Put your wrench on, hold it down. Twist this off. Pull it out. Take your wrench off. All these parts should come apart. You want to silicone each of the parts so that way that they don't stick. This little shaft might need a little bit of grease. Inside of the shaft should need a little grease. Put the shaft inside. Put a little grease on the piston, on the shaft of the piston, just inside the ridges. A little on the head. Just be liberal. Don't be afraid. Wipe off the top so that way it's not coming into contact with your feed. Take your knob, one turn, Take your piston, stick it in. Take your piston, stick it in. Wrench, hold it. Twist it on. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I always go the wrong way. All else fails. Try again. Until it's all the way in and stops. And then you should be able to twist your piston all the way up. And that is how you disassemble and reassemble your TWSBI pens. Also, if you need to, you can untwist this part of the nib and you can change units. You can also, sometimes you might get a little leaking problem, so you can put a little grease around this little tubular here. Make sure you don't get it on the feed. Have a little fuzzle on there. Make sure you don't get any grease in the feed. And don't get any fuzzle or hair in there either. Okay. And then you gotta put your collar on. What did I do with my collar? Oh. Make sure you put your collar on. And screw that in there. Making sure that it's nice and tight, but not too overly tight. And that's how you disassemble. You can do the same thing to your Mini. You can unscrew this part, put a little grease on there. Make sure you don't get any in your feed, because then the ink will not perform properly. Just finger tight, doesn't have to be overly wrenched in. And that is how you disassemble and reassemble your TWSBI piston pens. You can use the oil, but I don't like the oil. I don't think it does a great job at keeping the piston running any more smoothly than it would if you're using the grease. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's not going to run anymore. It's not going to do anything that it's not supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I always use goulet grease to grease my pistons. You might notice it runs a little faster with the goulet, with the TWSBI oil, but I don't really think it makes a difference. As long as it's not leaking behind your piston, or it's not like leaking out of the grip section, then you have a problem. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Check out the links in the doobly-doo, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.